the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing, I'm always thankful.
All the weekend, sleeping till the evening. I don't like you leaving. Let's get secrets, dying just so creepy. Lying for no reason, creepy on the weekend. Let's get secrets, creepy all the weekend, sleeping till the evening.
Of all time.
Yeah, because not only do they like knock your ass out, but then when you're like knocked out on the ground, they come in and hammer fist like your nose, and you're just knocked out. You're not even moving. In the podcast or something. Yeah. That would be cool. Because feet finder, I always think about that. I mean, I don't always think about that, but I always think about how I forget that it's a thing. That's disgusting. It's fake. It's like, you're fake. No.
You're fake.
You're fake.
Shut up. You're fake.
Yeah.
The fact that it's not easy to do. And I think that's why I respect what you do here.
Yeah.
The fact you're able to follow something.
Yeah. So this is episode 13 of the Disclaimer Podcast. Tonight we have on Ryan Kirby, my boy. Has the special actually episode because 13's always been my number. But yeah, me and Kirby go kind of way back. I feel like
a little bit, yeah.
At least sophomore year in high school? Is that when we met?
Yeah, about sophomore year. Yeah, baseball.
I'd say sophomore. Yeah, my sophomore year, right? Because you're 1 year. No, you're 2 years younger.
I think you.
So I was a junior.
What year did you graduate?
16.
You graduated 16.
And what, you were 18?
So I was a freshman.
So you were Haley's. Yeah, you're Haley's age, right?
No, 1 year.
1 year younger?
Yeah. 1 year younger.
Oh, actually, that makes sense.
So you were actually a senior my freshman year.
Yeah.
Weren't you? Yeah.
That's actually... No. I was not a senior your freshman year. There's no way.
It has to be.
I thought that I played a year of JV with you, and then the next year I thought I played with you on varsity, but maybe I could be mistaking it for how much we played on Taylor's.
Well, that's true. We did play a lot on Taylor's, yeah.
Because you started playing varsity baseball pretty young, and then you also started playing summer baseball, Yep. Legion Ball.
Yeah.
So no, I'm excited to have you on, and I have some things that I wanted to talk to you about, and that being like, I guess the first thing that I wanted to kind of touch on was we're talking about how, I don't know, we go way back, but before we had met and you were a kid, I feel like you see the world through like a different lens as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know actually a whole lot about like how you grew up. Were you like a troublemaker? Did you do like, or were you a good kid like in school and then played baseball or other sports? Like what other sports did you play when you were young?
I didn't do much, to be honest. I was a pretty good kid, I feel like. I didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I had some fairly strict parents, so a lot of it was just hitting baseballs off the tee in the garage after school and making sure my homework was done.
Damn, so you're on the grind then.
I was, yeah. I think the scariest moment I had was when I broke my wrist. I was roller skating at Spin City, and a little girl fell down in front of me, and I jumped over her, and that's when I broke my wrist.
Dude, I have this almost a really similar story. I didn't break my wrist, but I was with Trey Morrell, and I think Alex. I was at the ice skating rink.
Oh, see, no.
And they slowed down in front of me, and I didn't know, because like I still don't really know how to skate to this day, or at least like how to stop on skates.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just hard. Like you just are on blade on ice. Like I can't stop.
You can't.
There is no stopping. Yeah. So she stopped. It was just like this. I don't even know. I think it was a younger like kid, and she just like kind of swerved in front of me, and I couldn't stop. And so like I decided to kind of like juke myself out a little bit to not hit her.
Yeah.
But then like my feet like just tumbled over themselves, and I got this big old fucking knot on my head.
Oh yeah.
And I had it for like, I have this picture with all of us. I had like tears in my eyes and this big old lump on my head at like Trey's, like, I don't know what it was. It could have been like 8th birthday or something.
Yeah.
It was horrible, dude. That's always
I feel the same way.
Yeah, that's a hard way to
I think
just
back
stop.
to that. I think back to that day at that at Spin City,
Yeah.
and I sometimes think I should have just kicked her in the head. You know, I
Dude,
should have just killed her right then and there.
I'm
But
telling
I'm
you.
glad I didn't.
There's nothing scarier. We were talking about skiing earlier, and I just went basically skiing for the first time. And
terrifying.
it is terrifying, but I drank enough to where I had like that liquid courage. I was by the end of it,
Yeah.
it was dark out. I couldn't see because my goggles. I'm hitting jumps. I'm going like as fast as I can flying. I went down like their steepest like hill.
Oh, yeah, like
and I'm just like trying to go up the hill and then coming back and trying to go up to slow myself down. You know when you get up to like even roller coasters, like you get up to the top and you like look down and you're like, oh shit, like this
Yeah.
is steeper than what it looks like. That's how I felt.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
So just so our company has a ski day, so we get
Yeah.
paid like a holiday, so 8 hours to
Oh.
go skiing on the company.
What?
Rentals and everything included. So yeah, just it was like March 17th or something. We just went to Powderhorn, and I've only been like 2 or 3 times, and I snowboard, and we're going down the big hill. I almost pooped my pants.
Oh
I
my
almost
gosh.
did. Dude, you start picking up speed.
So did you go skiing or snowboarding before this?
No, my parents would kill me. My parents would not allow me to because I played basketball.
Oh,
So
so
basketball's right during that winter season.
yeah, that is true.
So I was always traveling. I always went to Denver or Salt Lake City or somewhere to play basketball.
But you didn't ever ski or snowboard before that. It was just kind of
Yeah, so I
it's
started
newer.
with this company. It's a new thing to me too. It's terrifying.
it's hard. I feel like I could see how people get sucked into like going every day, like
Oh, yeah.
every weekend or something.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I have those
Especially for
friends.
us.
Yeah.
I get like $5 passes, so it only costs me $5 to go.
What? Like
Oh, yeah.
so every individual time it's not like a season. Can you do like a season thing with them or no?
So it's technically a season. All I have to do is book it out at the company. So I just go
Oh.
to work and I say, oh, I want to go on a Tuesday. I tell
Yeah.
my boss, hey, I'm going skiing on Tuesday.
That would
Show
be
up,
cool.
pick up the tickets, and go.
Wow, actually that's cool.
That's like one of the top benefits working at Boma.
Yeah.
For sure. It's
Yeah.
cheap compared to, I think it's like $98 or $160 or something like that for a season pass.
So does that go against your PTO or do you just accumulate like ski time?
It does go against your PTO.
Oh.
But I mean, with me working 50, I mean, I miss one day and I don't have to take PTO.
Yeah.
Because I still can work 40 in a work week. So I don't
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah, that's true.
which is nice.
Yeah, that is really nice. I never even knew that or even heard of something like that. But that makes sense. I mean, if you're a ski lift company,
Yeah. I mean,
that's the best way to do it.
It is the best way to do it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So going into how much you work and like sleeping. I wanted to talk about sleeping with you. I don't know why.
I love
I
sleep.
think it was because I've been like not sleeping very well.
That's not good, though.
It's weird. No, this is what I wanted to talk about. So when I usually go to sleep, I'm usually the person that like just knocks out
Yeah,
quick. And I'm just like snoring within like 2 or 3 minutes, it's over. Like the day is done, it's in the
Yeah.
books. But lately, like I've been feeling myself like go to sleep. Like I can feel myself fall asleep for like 35 minutes to 45.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. And I don't know if there's like a name for it.
I think it's just because you're not jerking off before bed, brother.
No, it could be.
I think that's the truth.
That could be. I don't know,
It's a
but
key factor to some sleep.
that is true.
I mean, I feel like a lot of adolescents, that's...
Yeah, maybe I
that's key.
should try something a little different or something.
Yeah,
you
maybe
know?
switch sides of the bed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe sleep naked.
Yeah.
Have you tried that?
I think I've no, maybe I haven't. I'm trying to
Give it a
think
shot.
I'm trying to think if I have. If I have slept naked, it's been a long ass time. Like
Yeah.
it would have been like, I'm talking before I was at least 15.
Probably. Yeah, I mean,
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Like I don't like that doesn't cross your mind when you go to bed. Like let's get naked.
I mean, basically, right? I mean, do you wear clothes when you go to bed? You wearing shorts?
Just like underwear, yeah. Just
underwear?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
jump right in, man.
Yeah, just jump right in.
But like nothing's like, oh, I gotta take them off to go to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
I
you're
feel
just going to bed,
Yeah.
right? Let's get this straight. Yeah, I don't do that at all. But I feel like that could be what's going on. Maybe I do need to try something a little
Yeah, maybe
different.
flip it up. I don't know. Maybe sleep, where your feet go. Put your head where your feet go. I'm not too sure.
Well, the thing I did start doing was I did start trying to fall asleep with the TV on. Do you fall asleep
No,
with TV on?
absolutely not.
You're not a TV guy?
Pitch black. I hate sound.
Yeah, so I just started doing it. I'm talking a month ago.
Yeah.
I've been just like you my whole life, but for some reason I'm just like, I just been not sleeping. So I was like, oh, maybe I should just turn the TV on, you know, try to switch up something and like, cause I think it's like me thinking all the time before I go to bed.
That's a big one. It's a big one. I catch myself doing that one a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with work, like when you're going to bed and you're like, oh, did I forget to do this or did I miss this?
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing.
That is
the hardest
true.
thing.
So do you get like anxiety or like stressed out by any means from work?
Yes and no. I mean, during our busy season, everything's so crunched. Like we literally only have, 6-7 months to make everything happen. We have contracts. So if we don't meet our what we call load test date, which is the day where we test everything, make sure everything works, we lose $250,000 a day. So
yeah, I guess the pressure really is on.
It really kicks on. It kicks on pretty quick, and you got people screaming down your throat, and it's intense.
Yeah.
We work. They say, oh, we'll work Monday through Friday, but when things are not going our way, maybe production's slowing down, or we can't get stuff out of the factory. Oh, well, now we're working 10 hours on a Saturday. Oh, it's not happening on a Saturday. Okay, now we're working 10 hours on a Sunday.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's just a constant change, and then they'll hit you up with the weirdest things, like, oh, I'm leaving to go to France. So our company's based out of France and Italy, basically. So it's Leitner and Palmer. So two separate companies that
makes
together.
sense.
So, our big bosses will walk out and be like, oh, we're going to France. We need you to make a presentation, and we need it done in 5 hours.
Don't you hate that? Like,
It's the worst.
when I was in school, or like, do they give good like explanation of what they want?
No, never.
See?
Absolutely never.
Doesn't that suck?
It's the worst.
I really do hate that. Like, sometimes I've been in that situation. I think it's just been, I don't even know if it's happened at work for me or not, but definitely like in school. Sometimes they're just like, it's all on you. Like, make a presentation, whatever. But there's no really good guidelines. You're like, wait, what? And I have to present this on like 3 days from now in front of the whole class. And like, it's kind of like your heart's racing and stuff. Did you ever feel like, it's weird that I started a podcast, because when I would do those type of things, I get so nervous every single time.
Yeah, I mean, does that make you nervous doing stuff like this? Just like
well, it really did the first few episodes. I think you could tell, but I don't know. It's definitely gotten easier. Once you do it like once or twice, you're just like in it to win it.
I mean, that makes sense.
It's way easy. But for like, I think maybe it's physically. If I physically see 200 or 100 and some people in front of me, that's when I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
feels like a concert.
Yeah, trying to give like a speech at a wedding.
Oh yeah.
Impossible. I had to do that for a buddy of mine like last year.
Oh no.
Shaking.
Were you
shaking like a dog?
Yeah, and your voice is like shaky.
Yeah.
And you just sound like a total idiot.
Speaking really fast.
That's exactly, no dude, that's literally, that's how I feel when I get in front of a bunch of people. I've never been that person. So maybe I think I found like a good avenue where I can just like, the 100 people are behind the lens, but you can't see them.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's interactive, and I think it's fun to watch. You watch like all these comedians, or like Theo Vaughn or Bert Kreischer. They're just so much fun to watch. Yeah. And it's just two people talking in a room.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
The cool thing is they're just flat out just funny as hell.
Hilarious.
They just like, with Theo, you don't know what's gonna come out of his mouth.
Never.
Like, he's about to say something really fucking crazy. And I think that's why people like really vibe with him. I mean, that's why I vibe with him.
I vibe with him too.
He's such a cool cat. I actually went and watched him live the other month, man. I think it was about probably 2 months ago. Did you know that he was here?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I was mad. I didn't know until everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going tonight." And all the tickets was all sold out. I'm like, "Oh, nice."
Damn.
Nice, missed my one chance.
Yeah, it was really fun actually, and he was there. He was here 2 nights, and then I think he went to like Salt Lake City or something. He kind of did the usual like Denver, then here, or the other way. I can't remember which way he was going.
Hopped around, yeah.
But
pretty funny.
No, I watch all of his stuff like all the time, and I think that's, I don't know. I guess he's kind of an inspiration. I also like Andrew Schultz. I don't know if you've ever watched the Flagrant podcast. He's also another comedian.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've watched episodes, maybe clips, like from TikTok or something.
Like, if you saw his face, you'd definitely recognize
Probably,
him.
most definitely.
What your living situation is right now? Are you renting right now?
I am renting, and it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Okay, well, I live...
And that's exactly how I am. That's how I was this whole, last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not my parents, but...
It sucks. I mean, renting sucks. I mean, we got fortunate, me and my girl. We started looking a couple years ago, and we only had like 3 options. And all 3 options were over $1,500. We didn't want to pay that much. That's all you could get.
Yeah.
Living here in Junction with the inflation the way it is, it's impossible. But we got really lucky. Have you been there? Have you been to our house?
Let me see. Let me think about this.
Really scratched the top of the noggin on that one.
Who did you live with maybe a year ago? Ish.
2 years ago, or maybe almost 3 now, was Jaslyn, Trey Garcia.
Okay, so you're still at that same house, that same place.
Different.
Oh, okay.
So we've moved 3 times now. So we moved from that house, that party house.
Yeah.
We call the OG.
Yeah,
house.
the OG party house. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time. Did I ever tell you about the time at that house when Trey Garcia? I was going to work, so I was working at UPS at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to do the overnight shift, so I get ready. I'm in the room, and I leave, and it's always dark. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I leave my room, and I'm shutting the door real quietly. And as I turn around, you know how that stairs that go down?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I just hear like a.
Oh,
I
man.
thought there was an animal.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's all you can hear.
Bad. He snores bad.
He was passed out on the stairs, bro. Like the whole stairs. I have a video of it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just passed out.
Trey will sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
So shout out Trey. Like, you can sleep anywhere. I literally do the same routine every single night. Sleep in my bed, and I still have now a hard time sleeping for some reason. That kid can sleep literally anywhere, which is wild to me.
It is wild.
Yeah, we saw him out there at the ball fields this past weekend, which was cool. I haven't talked to him and like Andrew for a little bit, so it's cool to like go out there and see all them.
Yeah.
And I haven't really even talked to you that much until we were out there.
I mean, it's just tough, dude. Life has just gotten so sporadic recently. Going everywhere, doing things, going on vacations. It's hard to keep in touch with people,
Yeah, that is true.
Life's just different.
Yeah. So do you think you would ever find yourself like buying a house like maybe within the next 2 years ish, depending on what kind of goes down?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we want to. We've been talking about building, but it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, with the way wood is now, and just all around when it comes to taxes and everything else.
Oh yeah.
The whole 9 yards. It's just too hard. You don't make enough money in this town, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's why I need to be the producer. You need to blow this thing
Yeah.
up. So.
Yeah, let's blow this thing up.
Yeah,
we'll get Ryan as the producer.
Smash that like button, please.
Yeah, smash the like button, man.
Subscribe
You know
to the
what's
channel.
funny is like people are always like saying that. I have a hard time like saying that. Like there's really, I don't have that type of like reach.
Yeah.
Like I like to just like throw it in as like little things that come on the screen or something during the podcast or something.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yes.
Because now I can at least edit it that way.
Yeah.
No, but like I think it's really cool like to do it that way because it's too like weird. I don't want to feel like I'm reaching.
Yeah, I feel that.
I already feel like I'm reaching enough doing this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, that's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wonder which one I gravitate toward more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like,
That one's a tough one.
yeah. And
I can see what you're saying, though. That is tough.
yeah, I can't remember who it was, but I came across their story on Instagram. Man, it was a few days ago. But they were talking about, it was somebody well known. They were talking about how it's like actually like, it's embarrassing every single time that you post online. It don't matter what it is. Don't matter if it's a tweet. It doesn't matter if it's a TikTok. It doesn't matter if it's a podcast on YouTube or a TikTok short or IG reel. It doesn't matter. It seems like every single time you post something, like it is to an extent embarrassing.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Well, I tried doing like my baseball page. Like I tried a baseball page for a while. And it's just, it is weird. It feels like when certain people, like your friends, start seeing it, and
Yeah.
you feel kind of insecure about it a little
Yeah.
bit. It's that weird anxiety, you know?
Yeah.
And you just can't get rid of it, because it's like, well, you know, they think I'm stupid for this.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like, exactly, I feel like, why is he making a podcast or whatever? Like, because I had done a podcast for like 160 episodes when I was in Florida, but it was just a audio one.
Yeah.
And it was like about crypto and stuff like that. But then nobody was even listening to that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to pivot. So I started this one when I moved back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this should work. I think if I have enough people on board to like bring on somebody new every single episode, people will dig it.
Oh, we'll be, yeah. I
You
think
know?
so. I think especially with the community we have here, I think
Yeah.
we can get that back. You know, we can get that back. For sure.
I think so too.
You know what
Because
you need to do?
nobody's even doing this.
Yeah, that's
type
true.
of thing.
I don't really
But-
know. Yeah, there's not one person that I know.
Yeah.
Besides you, specifically.
Yeah.
But I think what you need to do, maybe we add this tonight.
Yeah.
We just like, hey, get me 200 subscribers, and
Yeah.
I'll shave my hair.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I'll shave my head, man. Go Mr. Clean on him. That shit would be kind of crazy,
Get a
actually.
Prince Albert.
Yeah. It's funny because I am at like, I think I'm at like 75 subs or something.
Yeah.
But, man, like, that's after, I guess it's not too bad. After 13, I think I had some before I even made a podcast.
Okay.
So I had
yeah.
some subs, but yeah, I don't know. It's just super awkward. Every single time that you post something on the internet, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah,
Like, I know
100%.
people just like judge the shit out of me, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I already know it. So it's just one of those things where like I have to like actually figure out like, do I want to keep doing this? I think it's like tied with excitement though for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it brings excitement. I think that anxiety is also excitement.
Yeah,
So I'm kind of
yeah.
like chasing something.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I feel you. See, that's what you need to do though. Is like, we'll start with like, okay, if you put like a clip on TikTok and you say, okay, let's say you get 500,000 likes,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a Prince Albert.
Yeah, I'll get a Prince Albert, baby. Yeah.
I'll get my nips pierced.
Yeah.
Something.
That would be crazy. I'll get like my first
There you
tattoo.
go. And then once that blows up, then you're good.
Yeah.
Then you can have whoever you want on this thing. You just need one funny video, one funny moment.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it takes. Sometimes it's just one piece of content that really just puts you on a pedestal.
It's right.
Like people, like stupid people get like a bunch of views off of, I mean, if you think about like the Island Boys,
Oh God.
You know what I
Don't get me
mean?
started on those guys.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like,
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know how some of these people get famous, but they do. They just catch the right video at the right time and blows up.
Exactly.
And the next thing you know, you I guess they have something, but it's funny. I think that's what the TikTok algorithm does, and that's the cool thing about it is you don't know how it's gonna pick and what's gonna ride and what won't. But if you put enough content out there, something will.
Something will hit.
Something will hit.
Big.
So we're gonna do a little. Speaking of something that will hit a little differently, we're gonna do a little bit of a segment. Things that you would do for money.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, exactly. You know, at that question specifically, I feel like you have to be specific on the amount that you're actually gonna get.
True. You have to.
You can't just be doing that. You know.
Yeah, hit me with something. Let's go.
Okay, so the first one is, would you do MMA? Would you be a
Would I
UFC
do?
fighter?
I mean, I'd probably get my ass kicked every time, but
Yeah,
for sure.
So you would?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. I mean, those guys, they go through it, man.
Yeah.
They get beat the hell
Those
up.
Boys can throw punches.
Yeah.
Brother. Taking a right hook from one of those guys.
I mean, just this last weekend, like Adesanya, you know, just taking out, I think his name is Piera. I don't even know how to say his last name. Anyway, he got absolutely worked, which is wild.
Yeah, I don't know if I could survive one of those.
don't
Talk
think
about
so.
one of the fastest matches of all time.
Yeah, because not only do they like knock your ass out,
Yeah.
but then when you're like knocked out on the ground, they come in and hammer fist like your nose, and you're just knocked out. You're not even moving.
You're
Your
not
eyes aren't
even-
even.
yeah.
And they just come up and they hit your face like 2 or 3 more times after you're knocked out.
At least you can't feel it.
That's scary shit. That is true.
Scary shit.
That is true.
That's some scary shit.
The next one, would you be a cook? Do you think you could be a cook?
If you like shit burnt,
So
you
do
like
you?
to taste the dog shit in your mouth. Like, yeah.
So does Ashley cook more?
Yeah, she cooks more. I mean, I
Yeah.
cook the meat typically
Yeah.
because she burns the meat.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not always. She's a pretty good cook. I gotta give it to her for that. She cooks majority, 90% of the meals.
Yeah.
We keep it pretty simple though, like spaghetti.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah,
It's not like the hardest.
I'm the same way. Like the most gourmet shit that I think I'd ever like make is like a nice like, and it wasn't even me. It was Lexi for the longest time, and it was like chicken and rice, or or like
see, mine's like Kraft Singles mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, that is
That's
true.
gourmet for me. I'll put a little extra cheese on top. And it looks beautiful.
Just like a little, what's the little green shit that you put on like noodles or like steak?
It's a little cilantro or something.
Yeah, a little something.
Hit it with the Salt Bay.
Yeah, exactly. And we would always, I'd keep it simple too. Like you think about tacos,
Always, you can't mess up.
No, you can't mess up tacos, spaghetti. Yeah, that is true. All right. So
I could give, Gordon Ramsay a run for his money, for sure.
So you would be a cook would you cook for money or would you not?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it would depend on what I'm cooking.
That's true. I guess you could like work at Noodles.
Yeah. I'll cook noodles.
Yeah, you could probably work there.
I can make a mean spaghetti.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then
These weak arms are heavy.
Yeah. These weak. Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti.
Yeah. Just a little M&M just to slice up with. Okay. Let's see here. Would you or could you be a safari tour guide?
Ooh. Do I get to fuck with the animals? I get to fuck with the animals.
Fuck with the animals. Yeah, sure.
Not in like a...
honk your horn at them? Because, you're usually just driving the bus.
You seen the videos of, people are messing with the monkeys? Like, where they do the magic tricks and they all freak out?
Oh, that is true. Monkeys are a little different. Oh, my gosh. Monkeys are crazy, but, weird, but, intriguing.
Yeah. I want to, if I could, put on, a gorilla suit and run in there and, steal their bananas and see what happens type of thing.
Yeah.
Or something crazy like
cool.
that. See, that would be interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might die.
I wonder what goes through their psyche, because, it seems like, obviously they communicate in monkey to monkey.
Yeah.
But what do they think about us? Because they're we all have the same limbs, and we both have toes and fingers. We're, pretty close.
The real question is, would you be a monkey?
The real question is, were we actually made from monkeys?
Yeah.
Did we, evolution-wise, did we just, morph, eventually morph, and, Bigfoot was, the last straw, and then it was human. And so that's why we've always had this weird... This intriguing want to find Bigfoot, because maybe he was the last type of monkey or type of guy with a lot of hair.
Yeah,
before the human being existed. But safari tour guide, you said you would, as long as you could mess with.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Would you be a mascot?
For what team? What mascot are we talking?
So it would have to depend on the team. You couldn't just go in blindly if the MLB here's your contract. You're gonna bounce around teams for this year.
Yeah, I probably could do it. That's a hard one. That's a personality you gotta fit. You know what I mean? That's you have to be.
But you don't have to say anything.
It's true. You don't have to speak, but I don't know.
You just have to dance around for and nobody knows who you are.
See, that's the best part about fucking around with people or fucking around with animals. You just don't know the outcome. So I do whatever I can to piss people off, honestly.
Yeah.
Throw a hot dog at somebody.
Yeah, you could be that mascot that's always doing something crazy to mess with. Yeah, you could turn on your own fans.
It's true.
That would be interesting.
The hard part is they're already doing so much as a mascot. What could you?
I bet you. Oh man.
I probably wouldn't do that one just because this is so far gone.
Okay. So you wouldn't do a mascot. The last one. We don't have to get too far into what this is by any means, because we both know and a lot of people already know. But OnlyFans. Would you open up an OnlyFans account and interact with the community?
Yeah, I put my online for $1,000.
Yeah, you just yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You would just be out and you'd be ready to get it.
That or Feet Finder, but I don't have very good looking feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is Feet Finder. I always think about that. I don't always think about that, but I always think about how I forget that it's a thing.
I wonder if it's a real thing. Have you ever been on Feet Finder? I haven't either. Maybe I should try it. Maybe that's what you need to have to go to sleep at night.
Maybe leave in the comments if Feet Finder is a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm actually probably too lazy to look it up, and I'm gonna be reminded that we had this conversation about Feet Finder after I edit it anyway. So it'll be up, and then you guys can look for me.
That's right.
I think it is real because you're not the first one to bring it up.
I don't know, but that's the thing is like people talk about it so much, but you don't actually see it advertised anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like the only discreet, weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh man, it's like Venmo or something, but for feet.
Yeah.
Because like you don't ever see like Venmo being advertised, and I mean maybe you do, but
it's kind of like an Instagram for just feet pics, but at the same time it's like it's literally nowhere. The only time you see it is like in a random TikTok.
Yeah.
Like a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. What, a foot pic?
No, just an ad for it. Like, videos on TikTok.
Yeah, that is true. I was like, I don't know if I'd see a foot pic as an ad, on a Tuesday at work.
Check out these sweet
Check out these sweet piggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at my dogs barking.
That's hilarious.
The real question is, do like man titties get good views on?
Maybe.
Like if I were to put on like a bra and just really squeeze them tight.
Yeah. I mean, in today's society, I think you probably could make something happen. You could make some shit shake if you did.
I mean, yeah, you probably could. I think I'd put my name as like Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Potato Boobs or something.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you wouldn't even need the bra. You just let them hang. Like,
just let them hang.
Free the nip.
Hey.
You know? Isn't that the thing? Like, that's a thing. Like, free the nip. You could just use that as your slogan.
It's my slogan.
Yeah.
I don't know. OnlyFans is a weird one though. Like.
Yeah, it would be weird. I don't know.
The real question. Okay, here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
Could you ever possibly be in a relationship with someone that is like in the porn industry or something like that, or has like an OnlyFans?
This is an interesting question. I think most people would know where I lie, and that is no. I don't think I could be.
I don't think I could either.
Now, do I have something against like those type of people choosing to be in that industry? No, I don't. I don't care. Like, you go do your thing, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could. I mean, could you?
No, not unless it was like both of us.
Yeah.
That's the only way. If it was like both of us going at it, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But if it's like she's going off to do her work and then coming back, no way. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do it either. It has not, and we're not even throwing shade. We're not throwing shade against that industry. I think it's just like
you gotta make money where you can.
Who you prefer and who you're attracted to, and I think that's out of reach for me. You work at Poma. Do you think that you are like? Do you have like a passion in life that you still want to pursue, or is there something that you really want to get into that you've always like thought about getting into?
The only thing I really wanted to do after high school was marine biology or marine archaeology.
Yeah.
I always think like finding treasure is cool.
Yeah.
Or like, you see videos of people like doing metal detecting and they find like old war items or whatever. I think that's cool. I think it's, picking out pieces of history.
Yeah.
And actually getting to see it and touch it and being a part of it, kind of like putting yourself into that situation.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think like the undersea stuff though, like finding like wrecks and stuff like that. It's just, I would love to be the first person to find like the lost city of Atlantis.
Some of those guys make so much money because you're really pushing the limit of like life and death.
Yeah.
Because you can be really deep, and if one thing goes wrong or a piece of equipment goes out, you're done.
Yeah, it's. I'm not one to say that I want to ever die drowning.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's the worst way to probably go out.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drown. I 100%. Yeah, that's something I would not want to do. So, would you do like something like underwater welding? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I actually looked into it. It's just so expensive. The schooling for that is ridiculous.
I bet.
Same for like the marine archaeology. I was looking at like one of the top programs.
Yeah.
That's the only really good way to get like your name out there and get picked up by like National Geographic or like these bigger companies that pay for those expeditions.
Yeah.
It's like $100,000 a semester. Like it's just insane.
Yeah.
Like insane amount of money. which is just not even feasible.
Yeah, I mean, if you are 100% that you know you're gonna pass and you're smart enough to get through the school, then jump for it, like 100%. But I don't know, man. I think I got too many like crazy like thoughts going on through my brain to be able to pass that type of schooling. You know?
Yeah.
I know like everything but the stuff that I would need to know. You know what I'm saying? That's where I would be taking that type of schooling.
I don't know, like even like sharks, I still haven't gotten over the whole idea of sharks. I still kind of, see, I had this idea that I'd be able to do it, and I've always wanted to try to do it, but I just
Swimming with them?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like being comfortable in the water. Like I like to be able to see what I'm doing, so like when I can't see underwater, right, I have that phobia, I have that kind of fear.
Yeah.
Because it's just like that idea, you know, it's just a deep black hole, basically.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on underneath you, at any point in time. When you're in the water,
just you could be done.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
you can be swallowed.
We have a little private lake that has bass in it. You know what I mean? But like they'll be swimming around you the entire time. You don't realize it.
Yeah, that
you
is
don't
true.
even think about it. So it's like it's that idea. Like when you hop in the water, I haven't been able to get myself around it.
Yeah.
To where like I'd actually want to approach like this creature that I want.
Yeah, and some people don't even like water in general. Like some people don't even like getting in like the ocean or something. You know what I mean? Because they just don't like water. Because I think that the fear of drowning, and usually I feel like they might have some kind of a past of something that went wrong in water. But water is scary. We really actually push the limit with water more than we think we do. You know, if you ever think about it, I mean, everything that you put in water or on water is like potentially dangerous. Like, I mean, boats and just like, you know. There's nothing that's actually not dangerous unless maybe you're floating on a tube or something.
Yeah.
But still, I think could be dangerous.
The scariest thing for me would be like being lost at sea. That would be probably the most terrifying thing.
Oh my gosh.
In my opinion, that's like top of the list of worst fears.
I've thought about what movie is that or what
well, there's like, I mean, you can think of like Captain Phillips is a good one. Like these are still pirates. You know, pirating that happens.
Yeah.
So like even if you were, you know, to get into like a cruise liner or some kind of different type of, you know, that kind of work.
Yeah.
There still exists. It hasn't gone away. So you always have something that's gonna be in the back of your head. You know, there's always this idea, you know, bad storm. You can't predict those typically.
Yeah, that is true. And there's those people that like jump off of like cruise ships.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen videos like they just jump off? It's like, dude, like if nobody saw you jump, you're screwed. You're screwed. And you're probably almost screwed like just because you jumped. Because they might like they could be like, no, we ain't hitting the brakes. Like it comes down to the captain, you know, and the captain, if you don't want to hit the brakes, is keeping it cruising. You're the one that signed the waiver saying, hey, if you do anything stupid, you're. I mean, I highly doubt it. Yeah. I mean, they'll definitely hit the brakes and go get somebody on a boat and just
but it's
out
still,
there.
You know what I mean? It's just like that idea. They're just, I don't know. The water, I would love to do something that has to do with like marine archaeology, but there's just so many things that are just so sketchy about it.
Yeah. That is, I don't think I could do anything underwater. I'm too like fidgety, like to like screw something up, you know, like I'd screw something up really quickly. I'd probably die very quickly. Wouldn't last long. But man, the money.
The money's insane.
The money is insane, and in that aspect, it's like, could I potentially figure out how to do it right? Probably.
Probably. I mean, underwater welding would be a good one.
Yeah, it would be, but it's a little different. But also, it's hard. Like it's so intricate, and you have to really pay attention. I can't even really see through the hood. And I have like 20/20 vision, and I'm like, I can't see. It's so dark. You would be surprised how dark it is. I didn't think it was gonna be that dark, but I mean, it makes sense. You got to protect your eyes somehow. We're really just we're getting it. Yeah, we're off the deep end right now. I mean, we've hit it all. So, I'm really big into like music. Like it hits differently for me.
Oh, I know.
Do you seem, or do you catch yourself maybe being that type of person? Like, does music hit differently for you?
I think it's
like deep. Does it hit
like
deep?
How deep?
Like deep, yeah. Like soul.
I want like deeper.
Well, that's as deep as it goes for me.
It's as deep as I don't know how to explain it.
But what do you think?
I don't know. Like,
Have you ever thought about it? You know what I'm asking, right?
yeah, I don't know how I interpret it, I guess.
Ah.
Because for like, to me, it's more of just like it soothes, you know, like when I'm stressed or if I want to focus, like it helps me do certain activities.
Yeah.
You know, like if I'm driving, right? It's one of those things where, have you ever been driving, right, and you forget like you even drove? You get home.
Yeah, I mean, I have been like
You're like, oh wait.
it's scary, and I can't believe I've done it. I think I don't, not like the whole drive home,
Yeah.
but for like a good minute, like I've done it from like what the hell? Like it almost seems like you were dreaming. Yeah, I don't know how to
That's like
explain
for
it.
me, like that's when it feels like I'm kind of like immersed in like the songs, or
Yeah.
it's those moments. It's not always for me. Like I can't just
Right.
put on some music and like drift away, you know, get really into it.
Yeah.
But certain moments, yeah, I find myself drifting off.
So is it because of the type of music you listen to? Like, do you drift off to like some Drizzy, or is it more like country?
I would say it just kind of depends. The way I
Really?
select my music is just by. It's weird. So like I'll watch like a video or something.
Yeah.
You know, people always have music with their videos, and it'll just catch me. Like I stop and I have to listen to it. Like I can't just sit there and listen to like a whole album.
Yeah.
I have to like catch it in the moment. It has to catch my attention, and that's the music. I
Oh,
listen
that's
to.
interesting. You know, I've never really thought about it like that, but now that you say that, there is like a handful of songs out there when I'm driving, and I'm either listening to the radio or like maybe new music on. I don't know. I can definitely say that I can listen to an album, but there are those songs that like hit different and that like I can really catch my attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean that's just like my selecting. Like I don't look for music. I let music come to me.
Oh, that's weird. That is weird, but I think that's probably the most beneficial way you probably could do it, because you psychologically know that you like this.
Yeah.
Like you like the vibe of it. You like the feel.
That's usually what it starts with.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like so it gets me. It's almost weird. It's like I get like a flutter.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it could just be like the beat, or, you know, country songs are more like guitar,
Yeah.
or it's bass. You know, bass hits really hard.
Oh,
on certain
yeah.
songs.
Yes.
Or the way it, you know, happens with like a piano and bass at the same time. Those combinations, they just grab you.
Yeah.
And that's where I select my music. I don't actually ever look for
Yeah.
music ever.
And that makes sense, because like when artists make music, it always seems like they're always like, well, I like to add something in that like makes you feel, right? Like feel it, not just like hear it or listen to it, but it makes you like, there's something about the feel of the music or the specific song that catches the attention. And I think that's what they try to get at when they're on the other end creating music. I think that's what they're trying to talk about.
Do you feel like you're more of like a words, like you gravitate more toward the words that are coming out of the song, or are you more of the beat? You're more. Oh, you're a words guy.
I'm 100% words guy, but I've came a long way to. There is some of my favorite artists where it's like I don't have. It's like I can tell like it's not my favorite song when it comes out. Like I won't listen to it like on replay all day. You know, like some songs I'm like, there's still some songs of my favorite artists that I'm just like, man, like this will not stop being played. I will be 85 and I will be bumping the song still.
90%
And I'm gonna.
of it's Russ.
Yeah, I mean Russ. I'd say Russ, Drake, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Gosh, I've been listening to a lot of Drake lately though, and it's because of his new album with 21. And then I'm now coming around to. I mean, I might get made fun of it because like I wasn't such a, like a Future, Metro, like all them. Like I wasn't into their vibe for a long time, but what's his name? Metro Boomin, right?
Yeah.
Big. I'm starting to become a big fan of Metro Boomin. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like he's found a way to make songs, and I think that's what I was telling you. Like I'm coming around to the sound and not just the lyrics, because he takes like older like hip songs, and then he'll like sneak it into the beginning and then morph it into like a sick, like, you know, track for a cool artist.
Yeah, that's where I'm
You
at
know?
with it. I don't necessarily. I mean, we don't live those lives. A lot of the time,
that is
those
true.
words that come out of those people's mouths, you know, all these different artists, we don't live those lives.
But when I'm listening, I feel like I'm living that life.
See, that's the different part. So like, I
Yeah.
can't immerse myself into that.
Yeah, that is true.
I honestly, to me, it's more of like the way they sound with the beat.
Yeah.
That's what hooks me into a song.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
It's weird. I'm a weird one.
It is weird. I
I'll
think.
ball out.
I think that I got hooked into music just because of sports. I think sports, like, I had to have something to pump me up.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm lifting, I gotta have something to pump me up. So.
See, I'm the opposite. When I
What?
lift, I listen to like country or like Boyz II Men.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That is wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I kind of just like to get like. I like to be distracted from what I'm doing. So when I
Yeah.
listen to those songs that I handpicked, right?
Yeah.
I kind of feel myself like floating away from like the actual pain of lifting, or, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that hit you a lot
Like I stopped
differently.
counting. Like I just do it until I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I'll do another set after that. Like it just.
Wow.
I don't even think. I just do.
That is insane, actually, when I think about that now. Because, like, I've never thought about it like that. There's no way that I could, like, lift to, like, one of the slowest Morgan Wallen songs out there.
Oh.
There's no way I could do it.
All every day for me.
That is wild. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really need it to me. Honestly, I
Yeah.
like to be distracted. When it's something I don't like to do, I don't want to feel like I'm stuck doing it all the time. Like I need something to distract myself from doing it, so that way I can push myself to do it. That was the easiest way. It's just putting on a song that I can sing to and just forget.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing.
Well, I think, like, I guess I could agree with you there. Like, when I'm lifting, or, like, before baseball or something, when I'd get, like, nervous or something, I think that was kind of an escape, per se.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying there, because I kind of used it in the same idea.
Yeah.
It's weird, like, we're talking about music like a drug, but it's almost like
It is a
it
drug.
almost is kind. It kind of is.
I mean, tell me, you don't get into a car and not have
music on. Yeah.
Every single person you'll ever meet. will
Well,
always have
actually,
something playing.
I had Tanner Carroll on, like, episode, like, whatever, it was 4 or 5. He doesn't listen to music, or if he does, it's, like, really, it's, like, on, like, notch 2 or 3.
Right?
Yeah, like, you can barely hear it. So I told him, like, you are a menace. You are so weird. Like, I've never heard of somebody that
Listen to
does
the
that.
Voices in his head or what?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hey, I ain't judging.
Yeah. But,
Honestly, I'd love to hear you rap about your life.
and then I
It
could
has
just,
to be about
yeah,
your
like,
life. Don't rap about
and I
someone
would have,
else's
like,
life.
I'd make a sick rap video, like, we would shoot a music video to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? There's actually one guy I went to school with that lives out in California now, and that's what he's doing. He's just rapping.
Really?
He's not doing too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not big by any means, but
Yeah.
I think he's starting to actually build like a fan base, which is kind of cool. He's played in some concerts, and
Wow.
so
I mean, I respect that. I think, like, a lot of people that are doing their thing instead of just doing the usual, like, obviously you have to have some kind of 9 to 5 or some kind of way to make money. But if you can find something outside that you can actually, like, potentially make some good money, if it were to blow up or if it were to work how you plan it out to be, I respect it, man.
yeah, you
That's
got
like
it.
a
It's like
hustle, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
For sure. That's why I'm gonna start doing drugs.
yeah.
Doing drugs.
Drugs, I mean, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Easy side money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just like slinging it. No,
Just start out in the garage. Start making meth in the garage. It'll be alright.
music is my drug, 100%.
100%.
So the last thing I did want to talk to you about, it's actually kind of funny because I had sent this to a couple of my buddies. There's a meme of McDonald's making their, like, hot cakes and steak. And there's an actual picture, and I'm going to pull it up on here too so everybody else can see it. Like, this was the meme, dude. Do you feel like you would eat some hot cakes and steak from McDonald's?
Probably not. Never.
I like the price how it's $4.99. Like, for a nice steak and hot cakes.
It looks like they cut that off an elephant's leg or something.
Yeah, that is true. It does look a little whack, like, if you think about it.
That's gourmet at my house.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you
Some protein pancakes. And
do you eat McDonald's, like, I mean, we probably don't eat McDonald's very often, but, like, do you eat McDonald's, and then also do you eat McDonald's breakfast?
I prefer the breakfast.
Yeah, their breakfast is kind of nice.
It's pretty nice. It's not bad. I mean, everybody's gonna argue about McDonald's. Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, it's
unhealthy,
disgusting. It's
disgusting.
fake. It's like, you're fake. No.
You're fake.
You're
You
fake.
shut up. You're fake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the food's decent. I mean, it's just like any other fast food, you know?
Yeah.
People always have a favorite. There's
You don't
always
know what's in it. It's unhealthy, but it's good.
Well, and that's the thing. I hate when people argue about unhealthy stuff. It's like, technically, if you drink too much water, you're
Yeah.
unhealthy. You know, you eat too much salad. There's always something. Science will always tell you there's something wrong.
Yeah, that is true.
No matter what you do. No
Mhm.
matter what you do. You're not eating enough. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So it's
Yeah.
like, who cares?
Yeah. Full roundabout there when you were talking about that, about science will always kind of prove something. I came across a TikTok that said like there's like a, for men at least, I don't know about women, but for men there's a 65% decrease in heart disease if men take naps every day.
Really?
And since we were talking about sleeping at the beginning, that's why I was like, it's kind of a full circle. Isn't that kind of weird? I kind of feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die now because I take 0 naps.
You can't even sleep.
I can even sleep like when I'm supposed to.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny is a lot of people argue that you need to sleep less. Some people say you need to sleep only like 5 to 6 hours a day.
Huh. So we need to get our facts
You need
straight.
science to pick the shit up.
Yeah.
Because they're really dropping the ball.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that has to do with just our education system, though, to be honest. Everything's so... I mean, I've heard so many different things since I've left high school about nutrition or...
There's no way you could juggle it all
Yeah.
and remember all of it.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you don't learn anything valuable, I feel like.
Yeah.
High school, to me, was more of like a walkthrough of how to go through a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
You show up at this time, you do stuff you don't want to do, and you go home.
I like how you snuck that in there. You do shit that you don't want to do. But exactly, like, that's exactly what we were talking about. Like, if you can find something that can get you out of that zone, and maybe you're still doing something, which is work.
Yeah.
But at least you're doing something that you like.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Oh, man.
I think the hard part about it is, you know, especially with the United States, and it's hard to start that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to be successful at it. Just because so many people are allowed to do it now.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it.
Yeah.
And you can do it tomorrow. I
Yeah.
can start a podcast tomorrow.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So, but that's the thing. It's just so difficult to be like one of a million.
Yeah.
But actually get somewhere with it.
Right. And the funny thing is like when I've thought about things that I could open up or businesses that I could open up, I think I'm smart enough to be able to do it. But my thing is like, am I just at that point creating work for myself?
Yeah.
And I'm going to get to a point where I don't enjoy it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so...
I think the hardest part is being able to set yourself up to do something like that. You know, okay, so, you know, a business loan, you can take out a business loan,
Yeah.
but it's still, you got to pay that money back. So what if your company doesn't succeed? What if your plan doesn't go through?
I mean, it is
You don't
risky.
live- Yeah, it's always risk that's involved.
But-
But it's the fact that it's not easy to do. And I think
Yeah.
that's why I respect what you do here. Is
Yeah.
The fact you're able to follow something.
Yeah. I mean, and my thing is like,